Hi, I have a question for you. When it comes to the Native American Style Flute, are you like the majority of us and like the lower tones? Or like some of us and like higher tones? For me, I have a very, very wide range of flutes, in many cases covering 3 octaves. Right now, for example, I have in the key of D, a high D, and I do have one I grab right here. A mid D, this happens to be a drone, and this great big one way over here, the tallest one in the rack right there, is a bass D, which some people call a contrabass. That isn't quite accurate, but it's a bass flute. This size would be what I call a mid D, mid-range, and then high D. And you can blend those together in music that you create to create a bigger picture, if you will, to tell a little broader story. The high flutes can play little accents, things like that. The mid flutes can kind of take the main part of the story and tell that. The bass flutes can kind of sit in the background and create kind of a drone or just a soothing transition sometimes. Stay tuned. Hi, we are going to be taking a look today at a High Spirits Merlin flute. This is an older one, made from birch. I'm not sure why I haven't shared this with you yet. The higher flutes I like to use as kind of accents when I'm playing. I don't have one handy here, it's over on the other side. When I'm playing a more what I call a mid-range C flute, which is pretty big. This is a C flute, for example, right over here, which is about twice as long as what this is. I like the higher range flutes mainly for accents, things like that. Some people really like them as the main melodic instrument in a song. And this is a pretty sweet sounding flute, so I don't mind that, but I tend to go a little bit lower. B and A are some of the ones that I usually grab when I want a higher flute for a melody. Here's what it sounds like with no effects. Great voice, great voice. So I got these meaning my higher pitched High Spirits flutes. I got these around the year 2014-ish, somewhere in there. And I'll show you some close-up pictures of the date and things like that. They were making these out of birch at that time. And that was all, unless you got a signature flute, which I love the old standard flutes from High Spirits with the pseudo slow air chamber up here, a larger breath hole that goes all the way up to a wall in here instead of the short little whistle style mouthpieces that they're making now in the spirit flutes and things like that. I'm not crazy about those flutes. I like the standard flutes more. I like the way that they react to player input. I feel they perform better. So now, today, if you can find them, they are made out of walnut, is what I saw the last time I looked at the website. And I will link a link below in the description box to High Spirits so that you can take a look at that. Now let's add a little reverb and delay to the mix. Wonderful flutes, wonderful flutes, wonderful sound. I did have a different one from High Spirits that I got after this that was the Johnny Lipford Signature C flute. It had a little cocopelli with like a baseball cap on it for the block. And I hate to say it, but this one sounded better, so I kept this one and I moved the Johnny Lipford Signature flute on to somebody else. And it was still a good flute. This one was just a little bit better. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I thank you today for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. There's a little bell right over there that you could click on so that you could be notified the next time I post a video. It could be taking a much closer look at one of the flutes from my collection. It could be tutorial on how to play the Native American Style Flute. It could be a music video where the Native American Style Flute is usually featured either by itself or in conjunction with other instruments. And that happens most of the time. I've been a guitar player much longer than I've been a Native American Style Flute player. I love both instruments dearly, and I love to combine them. I thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.